In the heart of the village, people say no ambition, no matter how grand, is worth the price of innocent blood. For every secret, there is a witness who waits for the right moment to reveal the truth. Amina came to our village after her father died. She was from a poor family, but she worked hard. She was quiet too, and never caused trouble. Everyone liked her. She lived with her aunt, selling water and helping around the house. Her aunt always said she wanted to find a good husband for her, but Amina wasn't in a rush. She once told me she wanted to finish her sewing training first. But then the killings started. It began with Miriam, the chief's niece. She was only 15. One morning, her mother found her bed empty. By the time the men searched the bushes, it was too late. They found her body in the forest, her blood drained. A month later, it happened again. Zainab, the blacksmith's daughter, was taken from her home. This time, her body was found near the well, her wrists tied, her chest cut open. The elders called a meeting. They said we were cursed, that someone had angered the spirits. People whispered about witches and jealous neighbors. The men organized patrols, but no one saw anything. Then, it stopped. 3 months passed, and life went back to normal. But one night, Amina vanished. It was her aunt who raised the alarm. Amina didn't come home last night. She cried, running through the village shouting, "Please find her." The men searched the whole day. They found nothing. But at sunset, she walked back into the village. Alone. I was there when she came. Her clothes were torn, and her eyes were empty, like she had seen something no one should ever see. "Amina, where have you been?" her aunt cried, running to her. "I saw him, the one who kills the girls," she whispered. Her aunt immediately took her to the king's palace so that Amina could tell the king and the chief what she saw. Amina got to the palace and kneeled before the king. "I saw him," she said again, her voice shaking. It was Baba Al-Haji. The room went still. Baba Al-Haji was the richest man in the village. He was respected, generous, and powerful. He had been a close advisor to the king for years. "No," someone whispered. "It can't be." The villagers gathered as Amina spoke. She told them how she heard noises outside her window and followed them to the forest. She saw Baba Al-Haji dragging a sack to a hidden shrine. She watched from the shadows as he opened the sack and pulled out a girl. He chanted, holding a knife. Her words sent chills through the room. The king ordered Baba Al-Haji's arrest. The guards found the shrine exactly as Amina described, filled with bones and blood-stained charms. Baba Al-Haji confessed, saying he needed the sacrifices to gain power to overthrow the king. But before the guards could take him to the district, Baba Al-Haji disappeared from his cell. The door was still locked, but he was gone. It was said he used dark powers to vanish. Fear gripped the village. The king consulted a priest to seek guidance. The priest said Baba Al-Haji's power could only be broken by tricking him into performing his rituals in the presence of a pure soul carrying a sacred sacrifice. A virgin would have to do it. Amina was the only one to volunteer. Despite the danger, she agreed. "If it means no more girls would die, I'll do it," she said. That night, Amina carried a calabash filled with offerings into the forest. The priest had blessed it to lure Baba Al-Haji out. As she approached the shrine, she saw him preparing his altar, unaware of her presence. Who dares disturb me? Baba Al-Haji roared when he noticed her. Amina stepped forward, trembling but firm. Your time is over, she said, holding the calabash. He laughed. You think this can stop me? He sneered, reaching for her. But as he got closer, the calabash shattered on the ground, releasing a bright light that engulfed the shrine. Baba Al-Haji screamed as the light burned his charms and destroyed his altar. The villagers, who had been hiding nearby, rushed in. They captured Baba Al-Haji, who had become weak and powerless. The next morning, his body was found hanging from a tree near the shrine. Some said it was justice from the spirits. Others said it was the villagers taking revenge. No one ever admitted to it. But Amina didn't celebrate. The encounter left her weak and sick. The priest warned that such sacrifices take a toll. Despite the villagers' care, Amina's health worsened. 1 month later, she died peacefully in her aunt's home. The villagers buried her near the river. Some say they still see her shadow walking by the water under the moonlight, as if she's watching over them. Did you enjoy the story? Please like the video, comment what you've learned from the tale, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting stories and tales.